everyone, you're watching JannaFX, and in this video I'm going to show you again the results of trading news event, which was this Friday on 5th of July. And we had the main important news for American dollar, non-farm payrolls and employment and other news, which were at 12:30 GMT time. And you know that I use a system which, well, you might say it's a gambling because you never know where the market moves. But with my system, you don't really need to know where exactly it moves up or down because I'm placing the pending orders at a distance from the channel of a bit of consolidation of the pairs and pending orders buy stop and sell stop, and so it's all up to the market afterwards. So I'm using the system for a very long time, and many of you know that I also use it with an EA. So you can use it manually, and to ease the process, I use an EA. So I'm just mixing, right, manual with expert. So, and for all of you who is following me and my members on Patreon, I want to show you so how it was happening, right, and what was done, and how we will continue to work. So how continue to give you my daily setups and screenshots. So I'm right now using it's a new real account, and with a different broker. Now you can see it's a light Forex, it's ECN account, and here's the results at that moment. You can see that's the 5th of July, and that's all the trades. So I was trading every single pair, the major ones, which I'm making usually technical analysis, and I use also gold, so all major pairs which have dollar and gold. So we didn't touch the euro pound and pound yen. And so you can see the result because this is the new broker. Of course, I wanted to see how it will perform, and also EA with the recovery system built in. So it's all worked out very well. So I would say I think EA now passed all the tests. I've been trying it for a month now with the recovery system, and here we go. We have, you see, nothing is floating. And so it's about 100 and something 30 pips during just that news event. So, and now I'm going to show you a little bit. Okay, so here's the actually the that new broker, and you can see the progress of the trading at their site. Okay, where you actually can copy the signals. Okay, so this is all new for me, so that's why you can just have a look yourself, read all the conditions, what you can do, what you can't, how it's going to work. So because it's new for me also, I can't really tell you how it's going to perform. You can see it's only been 6 days, and I have my first trades were on this Friday, and the link how to find me, okay, and copy, you will find in the description under this video. But like I'm saying, just you need to really read it, look at it, and see, because I'm only starting trading here, and we'll see. So, but the progress you can also obviously watch and see. This is what it shows at this moment. So we have July. It shows you the trades. So the pairs which I had was trading. Okay, so, and what else result what we have. So you can all obviously browse it and have a look for yourself. And now I'm going to show you. So you see on the Patreon who sign up, I send you, you see, during the day before the news, about hour before it, I posted a post with my settings, okay, for EA. So here you go. You see, I said to you that it's not active because I'm always placing the orders like 5 minutes before the news release. Okay, before earlier than that, the market can have false breakout jumps. That's why it's 5 minutes before. So pretty much my usual news trading system, but a little bit this time I increased the size of the channels, because these days it's a little bit different, and spreads a bit bigger. Anyway, so here's the setup was for my EA, okay, for US pairs. That's what I wrote to you, setups for US pairs, which I always write at the end Okay, so you have a picture and then a description. So you see EA settings for US pairs, for all of them. And also you can see the setups for gold. You see with gold, that's what some of you don't understand. You need to add extra zero, you see? So instead of for usual pairs, like it would be 80, 20, 20, except for it's different settings still. For gold, it's a bit bigger stop loss, bigger take profits. And so setups for gold you can see. And then I send you the screenshots of my channels, okay, and where the levels are. So this is what you could see. To actually see it bigger with the prices, you just need in your browser and press like the plus, so you can increase. You see, it's if you just do that, and you can see it's a bigger picture, and you can see the prices, right? If, for example, for some of you who don't have EA and want to do it manually, so you can see these are the levels, and obviously in here it tells you that it's 20 pips up, so right at what price the buy stop, and it's 20 pips down at the price down, okay, sell stop. So that's the settings I sent you on the pairs. You can see like for pound I only placed one order, one level, so 20 pips below it, and the rest of it you can see also like this, except gold I used a trend line. Okay, so if you don't know how to use the EA, please watch the instructions which I sent you in your messages in the link. Okay, so and here's I used a trend line. You can see that's the green one, and also another a horizontal line which also 20 pips down and 20 pips up. Why the trend line is better? Because it could be a little bit higher, it could be a little bit lower, so that's why it's actually decided by itself when the market where it will move a little bit. So that's why I don't use, for example, horizontal line here, because it's more looking like a bit of a triangle. So that's the settings I sent you guys through Patreon. And of course it's better if you don't have Telegram, because I also sent it to you in Telegram, which I think it's a bit faster, and you have notifications. I'm just not sure how you get notified on Patreon. But that's why I get no Telegram, and then you will be notified when I'm posting something in Telegram, and also when I'm posting something in Patreon. Okay, so you will be notified, so you need to read it. So you can see it's all the same. I send you exactly the same screenshots. And during the day, news event where I told you actually my orders are active. That was 5 minutes before roughly, and where a little bit continued with saying that moving the stop and the bit of the results and what's floating, and that at the end of the day that I closed everything. Okay, so that's a little bit just showing you the process of sending you the all of this setups and information through Telegram and Patreon. So that's how it's pretty much works. The usual setups in the evenings, and I will try to do also during the day, like before European session, American session, to send you and tell you like my orders active, which pairs are active, which pairs are not. So I'll try to do so, because right now it's I'm sending you in the evening and you get it in the morning. So now let's have a look. Let's see how the whole actually process worked in a real time. Okay, so as you can see, 5 minutes before, all the settings are done, and now I pressed auto trading. So checking out that my EA is on, and every single pair has setups. Okay, and all we do now is just wait for the news events to happen. You see, as I'm saying, you don't need to think which way it should go. You just place the orders, and then we just sit and wait. So pretty much EA can do everything itself. So I wanted to see if it will do itself, but still I like to watch it a little bit and you know, move my stops myself. Okay, look at this. Gold is now in the trade. You see, it's a small gap we still had. That's what I'm telling you. It's always could be gaps or slippages. You have to be really careful during news events, and that's why I have like a very small lot. Even the size of the account is quite big, but anyway. So you can see after the I got into the one trade, I removed the levels of the other opposite trade, because in the old days I had to like calculate myself and to see if there is a bad trade I would need to place a different lot size. Now because I have a recovery system, that's why just leaving it V1. Okay, you can see that stop moved itself automatically, and gold closed half position, and so now it's pretty much protected. Because the stock moved into break even. So right now we have other pairs not happening anything, except euro dollar is also in the trade, but not moving fast at this point. So I'm just watching a little bit to keep an eye on gold to see what's going to happen, and of course like checking throughout to see what's the other pairs doing. So that's the usual process during the news event, especially when you're trading all the pairs, which is could be quite risky sometimes. You know, in old days the market used to move very fast with non-farms. This time you see it's very slow. You see the stop moves behind the pair. What is it moving? It's all moves with EA automatically. But so that's how you're saying, like, how would you like increase a bit of the profit? So you can see now, as I'm in a safe position, I'm expecting that gold will probably continue to move more, and so I decided to actually switch off the EA, right, and leave pair to move further. So if it will move, let's say another 50, maybe 100 pips, then I would move the stop. You see, so I'm switching off allow live trading, unticked it, so now the EA is disabled. Okay, so you can see I would walk away with profit if it'll turn around, and now I'm going to place an alarm. Okay, so because I think it moved slightly above the red price level, so I put a lot and expecting the pair to move to that area, so I can possibly move the stop or close it all with a bigger profit. So but right now we're just leaving it running on itself, and keep an eye on checking out the other pairs, what's going on. So that's pretty much how it's happening. So now I'm just waiting. Dollar Canadian, you can see now is in trade, so see what is going to happen, what's next. You can see that gold, that's what with any pairs, obviously after big move it started to reverse, and actually it's hit my stop, which is with profit. Obviously you see I walked away with profit, but it's reversed a little bit too early. So anyway, so you can see now I'm just going to cancel the alarm because I'm not going to risk it and try to go for another trade. So it's kind of news events, anything can happen, it can reverse and turn around. So I just decided, okay, I've done my trade, so now I'm waiting for the other pairs to finish their movement. So I have dollar, euro dollar, and dollar Canadian. So you can see now dollar Canadian is on a good distance, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Trying to move a stop, a regional stop, slightly in the profitable area, not too close to the price, the current, but a little bit with a little profit. You can see now I have a little bit of profitable trade. If it will reverse unexpectedly, I will walk away with the profit anyway. So you can see dollar Canadian also split half. Now pound dollar is in trade, and of course I have to keep an eye, and I also will be trying to move the stop just a little bit in a safe position. Okay, so because you never know what can happen, so just keep an eye on it. Pound dollar is in trade, so and we see what's going to happen next. Just a bit of waiting and keeping an eye on. So like I said, you see dollar Canadian already closed, and half positions would have been in break even, but I moved a bit stop, so if it will turn around I will walk away with a little bit of profit. Now dollar yen is also in the trade, and exactly the same, just waiting, trying to see when it's move again enough, so it will be possible to move the stop. At this moment it's a little bit on too close. I've forgotten, you see, remove the levels, so I'm removing the levels now of the opposite order. Same for dollar Canadian, except okay, it moved a bit far anyway, but still just better to cancel it. Okay, so because you're in a trade, and now it's all up to EA. If you're in a bad trade, it will have another opposite order anyway, but we've increased lot size. So you can see now just watching what's happening. So I'm trying to see if euro dollar now in a good position where I can move stop a little bit. You can see in the safe area once again, slightly below entry point. Now you can see like 0.54 if it will turn around. So, and obviously I'm leaving it all up to EA now. Okay, so just everything I secured the pairs, trying to secure the pairs with a small profits, so by moving the stops in safe positions. Of course I could move them in a break even, but you can see like on this ECN account I have commission, so that's why I'm moving it a little bit more with the profit. Okay, so and because I'm watching it, I can do so. So if I will not watch it, of course I can do a bit of different settings of take profit, and when it would have to split. So and now just browsing between the pairs, just watching. So dollar yen also another pair to watch and try to move. Stop in a safe position at this moment, still to close. Australian dollar is just moving, as you can see, and just waiting for it to get into the trade. And that's pretty, you see now Australian dollar is in the trade. I'm removing again the opposite order, and you see euro dollar just keep moving down quite well. Also pound dollar is moving, all secured except Australian dollar, Canadian. You see now the stop is picked up by the EA. You can see it's moved further from my stop, so now I have nothing to worry about at all. And dollar yen, I moved a little bit stop finally, and now I only have to see if Australian dollar, when Australian dollar would move, and I can also move a little bit stop in the safe position. Of course, with all the pairs is what I'm like browsing between the pairs to see where they will go. If, for example, like with gold, right, expecting maybe a little bit more movements, and so that's why I still would be browsing between the pairs to see where they're moving, just to try to catch a bit better, more pips, let's say. But like I'm saying, you see these days, unfortunately the news events are not moving too much the market, so that's why you can see the reverses are happening quite fast and very close to the entry point. So you can see now Australian dollar, I also have a possibility to move a little bit into the safer position, just slightly. And now you can see like a lot of pairs just closed and on the reverse. And so now just Australian dollar is still in a trade. And at the end of the day, so with pound, you can see also still moving and getting closer to one of my support levels. You can see like here now, and that's why I decided to close it manually. Okay, so just because there is a support level. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how it's happening during the news event. That's how I traded. And if you like the video, of course, don't forget to subscribe, and you still can sign up with Patreon. Or you can go and check out on a new that broker site where you can actually copy the trades and see the performance. And also through Patreon, you still have a chance until this weekend, because on Sunday the price is going to switch. And if you want to have screenshots and EA, it's going to be $47. At this moment, it's still 37. So that's it for now, guys. Happy trading, and I see you next time. Bye, everyone.